Return to the Monkey Island. Me sigo preguntando, ¿este es Murray? ¿Eres Murray? Si me quedo mucho tiempo mirándote, ¿me dirás algo? Si te cliqueo, ¿me dirás algo? ¿Me dirás algo como no cliquees o algo así? ¿No?
Do you remember where we were?
Más o menos para un repaso.
Kind of, but remind me a little?
Okay. I was after the secret of Monkey Island, and I decided that the easiest path to the island was to sign on to crew on LeChuck's ship. I would mount a mutiny at some convenient time. There were two problems. I needed a mop to get the job, and they knew who I was. Now, back to the story.
Ah, es verdad. Vale. Vale, es cierto, cierto. Necesitamos una fregona.
It seems to be stuck closed.
Bastante chulo, ¿eh? Bastante chulo. Que te permitan recordar. Vale.
It's good for relieving stress.
Tenemos una esponja que necesitaremos para recoger algún líquido asqueroso. O para hacerla pasar por queso, también podría ser. A lo mejor si la pintamos de amarillo.
I've got enough to last me.
Vale. Aquí tenemos la... Esto hace mucha gracia, la lista de tareas del Gran Pirata, que las va tachando en función de si son posibles o no. Gastar fajos de billetes en financiar la expedición. No. Tachadísima. Conseguir... ¡Oh! Inspirada, muchísimas gracias por ese follow. Se agradece muchísimo. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo ha ido el LOL? Conseguir o encontrar un barco. Tachadísima. Pero tachadísima. Unirme a la tripulación del LeChuck. Bueno, pues ahora vamos a ver si podemos unirnos a la tripulación del LeChuck. Por cierto, me voy a... Bastante bien, hemos estado ahí con el Valheim vikingueando. Y tenemos ahora al nuevo jefe de construcciones, Kaisa. Vale, Lisus, hermoso, muchísimas gracias. Solamente quiero perder un poco de tiempo en el juego para haceros ver una cosa que me pareció maravillosa la otra vez que jugué. Y es que el barco de LeChuck se llama LeShip. Dicho esto... Dicho esto, podemos continuar. ¿Dónde hay espinos? ¿Dónde hay espinos? En la isla mínima, en la isla escorbuto, en la isla terror. Creo que en la isla terror. En la isla melee. Espinos son arbustos, ¿no? En la isla melee hay espinares. No, me parece muy injusto esto, ¿eh? Qué injusto es todo.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Vale.
Hey.
What is it?
Never mind.
Vale. Vamos a ver.
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises.
¿Qué es esto?
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises.
¿Podemos coger un poco de esto? No. No podemos. Mira el cartel.
No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4.
Me parece bien. Me parece bien organizado. Me gusta.
Looks like this is going to be a long journey.
Vámonos.
Hey, watch it!
Me acaban de hacer. Ya, me acaban de reventar una ventana en la cara porque sí. ¿Habrá pasado algo dentro del bar?
Nice hat pin.
It's the emblem of a secret society I belong to.
Really?
Don't be ridiculous.
¿Qué es esto? ¡Qué asco! Por favor, ¿qué es esto?
What's that you're drinking?
Large. Get lost.
Don't look now, but I think there's a leech on your chin.
Buzz off.
Me encanta este tipo, ¿eh? Cobb.
It's
Después
those
de
three
tantos
clowns
años,
at the back table.
después de tantos años sigue promocionando Loom.
Hi, Cobb.
You again? I know you.
Ha sido un placer.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Me caes bien, Cobb. Te quiero. ¡Es verdad! ¡Es verdad! A esta hay que dormir, la verdad.
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
Es verdad, es verdad, es verdad. ¿Tenemos algo para seguir echando al fuego? Esto tiene que ser algo, ¿eh? O sea, puedo quemar cosas dentro. Puedo quemar cosas en la hoguera, pero las pierdo. O sea, que tiene que estar bien hecho eso.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
¿Quieres galletas de estas? ¿Para tu potaje o algo?
Well, it's definitely a mop.
Escabullirse en una fregona.
I said not to touch that. You don't use someone else's mop.
Why not?
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You
Referencias.
cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
Qué maravilla, ¿no?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree.
Ah,
Any
luego
questions?
lo veo, luego lo miro. A ver. ¿De qué madera es ese
What
árbol?
kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
Sí, sí, cocinero zen. Eso es Obi-Chernobil. Porque vaya menuda cocina. ¿Cómo encuentro el árbol de palos de
How do I
fregona?
find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
¿Te imaginas que
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
¿Te imaginas que la vida fuese, en general, no perfecta para el grueso de la humanidad? Porque simplemente por el hecho de que no hacemos nuestras propias fregonas. Pues nada, vamos a por un árbol. Oye, ¿tú me ayudarías con una movida?
Hi again. I'm thinking about going on LeChuck's expedition after all.
I'm glad to hear you decided to patch things up.
No, he doesn't want me on the ship. I'm blacklisted. I'm gonna have to go in disguise.
These Shakespearean comedies just write themselves.
¡Qué cabrón! Ay.
I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you. Vale. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Hostia, yo necesito eso, ¿eh? Necesitábamos un cepillo de dientes, ¿verdad? Abordarme el barco de LeChuck a la menor oportunidad. Esta la vamos a tachar en cualquier momento, ¿eh? Mostrar el secreto moquear, fabricar una zogona, buscar el árbol de... Sí, me habían pedido un cepillo de dientes. ¡Cubo oxidado!
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
¡Cógelo!
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. Oh, I remember the first time Stan tried to fleece me.
Maravilla, ¿eh?
There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It always looks bigger on this side of the island. It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships.
¡Vámonos! Vale, que no hay nada.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Museum of Pirate Lore.
Ah, pero ¿puedo entrar?
Hi there.
Ah,
Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
vale. Ostras.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
Sí, este es el típico objeto que parece ideal para nosotros, pero que no es lo que necesitamos, ¿no?
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
Sí, lo conocíamos. Midhook.
That's a nice coffin.
The one with the ore, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Sí.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Y esto también, creo, esta señora también creo que es.
Tell me again about the ore.
No,
It was
no.
used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
Me lo da igual. A ver.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
Ah. Bueno, no parece muy útil al final, ¿no?
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter, written by Elaine Marley, while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
Madre mía, qué horror, ¿eh?
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
¿Le podemos dar galletitas? ¿Le podemos dar muchas galletas? ¿Y pasa algo si le damos muchas galletas?
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number one on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
Sí, sí, es del 2. Si vuelvo a preguntarlo, que tal se acuerde de la carta.
Actually, I think I'd rather not hear about that again.
Algo habrá que hacer, alguna mecánica habrá con el tema del loro, ¿eh?
It's locked.
A ver.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from
Madre
the
mía,
cartographer on
son
Low
todas las
Street.
cosas de
Apparently,
Guybrush.
he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Sí, algo habrá que hacer. Vamos a ver qué es lo. Si hay algo. Como mastica. Como hace mucho ruido al masticar. Seguramente haya que hacer algo mientras está masticando para que este no nos escuche. Pero ahora vemos qué pasa. ¿Cómo estamos? Vamos a ver.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
Claro.
The display case is locked.
Claro, cuando tengamos la llave tendremos que abrirlo. Pero cuando lo abramos hará ruido. Por eso necesitamos que él haga lo suyo.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
Pero para abrirlo necesitamos primero el código.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail
Grog.
many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
Vale, y esto es la nota que dejó el Chu cuando raptó a Lane.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday
Qué
nights.
cabrón,
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
A ver. Vale, no tenemos nada más así a ojo.
Why do you have this big gear?
It's from the Melee Clock Tower, stolen during a pirate raid nearly 75 years ago. It was recently found at an inn on St. Martin, where it was being used to mill corn. I traded some old furniture for it that we had in the back room.
Has anyone thought about putting it back in the clock?
Nah, if the clock started working, it would only confuse people.
Fantástico. A ver si hay algo más por aquí que valga la pena. Vale, vamos a hablar con él directamente.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow, are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that?
Nice.
A ver, voy en busca del legendario secreto de Monkey Island.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro! If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
¿Tienes mapas del bosque? Eso me
Do you
gustaría
have
ver.
maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Right, so you wear a peg leg despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. I'll have a look around.
Please do.
Vale, la cosa es que, claro, estamos... Míralo, la pata de palo. La cosa es que necesitamos algo para poder leer.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
Necesitamos una lupa o algo. Que necesitamos una lupa o algo. Vamos a ver. Una botella, sí, algo así. Algo que haga grande la imagen. Aquí estaba George Lucas en el...
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Claro. Aquí si no ibas con un mapa mal, igual como en el primero.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Vale. También puede ser una completa pérdida de tiempo, ¿eh? Hablemos con gente. ¿Qué pasa ahí? ¿Estás como estamos?
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Oh.
A ver. El relato interminable de la travesía sin
I
fin.
tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it.
Trucos vudú casero. Ingredientes de Barbie de Flay.
Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
Perdón.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
¿Qué quieres? ¿Qué quieres de mí, carnal?
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
It's a lot of work being governor.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
¿Verdad? Yo empecé a hacerlo una vez ya, ¿eh? Si no me devolvían lo que les dejé, no les dejaba nada más. Y me pedían, pero es que había gente que tenía un morro, tío.
I think it's a chandelier. Looks sort of like an eye.
Hi there.
Hi.
¿Y me dejas tus gafas?
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
It already looks well fed. Hello again. I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
Necesitaría, yo qué sé. Estos son llaves, estos son cerrojos.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
Ah. Y esto es para hacer llaves.
I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
Ese chiste es muy bueno. Es un juego de palabras muy inteligente en inglés. Porque tiene el pelo rizado, que en inglés se llaman locks. Claro. Pero estamos en una cerrajería que donde fabrican locks. Y eso es familia de cerrajeros. Es chistaco, es increíble. +1.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Ah, es verdad. Wally, el de los mapas, a lo mejor ya está, ¿verdad? Ah, vamos a hablar con él.
Hey, Wally!
Well,
¡Hombre!
look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally. Whatever your last
El del
name is.
monóculo.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned and marooned because of you.
Yeah, good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
¿Qué tenemos aquí? ¿Qué tenemos aquí? Dios. ¿No tendrás un mapa del secreto del Monkey
You
Island?
wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence.
Y lo
Best
tiene
of luck
Chuck,
to
¿no?
you.
Estoy buscando un árbol con el que hacer una estúpida
I'm
fregona.
looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
¿En serio? Esto está lleno de mapas.
Yeah, a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all. A little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was.
Parece que la tienda de enfrente está en
Looks like
apuro.
the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to franchise.
Muy bien. El pueblo parece irse a
The
pique.
town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Ya ni
Do
tan
what's
mal te
right.
viene, ¿no?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
Bye. They're like glasses, only way less convenient.
¿Ves dar un monóculo?
Look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
Esto ha sido extra triste. Escalera sospechosa a una ventana. Bueno, es que Wally es
Hey,
bajito.
Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby.
Ay, qué maravilla,
I
joder.
didn't know you made globes, too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
A ver.
It makes things look bigger.
Vale, perfecto. De hecho, vamos a probarlo ahora en la cárcel.
Looks chilly up there. This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away. What's this a map of?
The secret movements and activities of my competitors.
That sounds reasonable.
No es para nada enfermizo eso, Wally.
It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
Yep, Trouser Island.
Sí, parece un calzoncillo.
I had a map like this once, but I sailed left.
¿Cómo?
I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says, rating, Cursed Black Diamond. The first rule of piracy is, never buy a used treasure map.
Hombre, es que no tiene mucho sentido, ¿verdad?
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes.
It's amazing.
Huh, never seen one of those before. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Somewhat understated and somewhat overpriced.
Ok, ya estaría, ¿no?
Hey, Wally, what's in these boxes?
Maps.
¿A qué pregunto?
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind.
Bueno, pero si tenemos dinero.
Do I owe you anything at the moment?
I don't think so.
Bueno. Bueno, tenemos que hacer un par de llaves, así que...
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
Es un racano, pero como la
How's your day going?
Mira quién tenemos aquí. A Otis ya están.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Ok.
You look like you're having a good time.
This is the number for the jail cell lock.
Perfecto. Stan se merece una prisión más dura que esa. Estoy completamente de acuerdo contigo.
Welcome back.
Hi there.
Mira lo que tengo para ti. Tengo un encargo para ti.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Oh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
¡Qué coincidencia! ¡Qué cosas, eh!
Hey, Guybrush!
Hey, kid!
This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells. Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case.